What's going on? And welcome back to the A Show with the Kings of Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am Justin here with Meelz. What's up, Meelz?
I'm doing fucking great. How are you doing?
All right, man.
It is what it is,
If
man.
only you
Um,
guys knew.
if
Anyway,
you only you knew, this is once again another back and forth between J5 and I about some shit that neither of us can control. But it is what it is. Um, I'm doing great. It's SummerSlam week. Um, we got a lot of things going on in this episode. We got a lot of things happening in this episode. But I do actually want to ask you about something I've been meaning to ask you for like a couple weeks now.
what?
So, a couple weeks you texted me and you said that you started running, and I got super giddy. I don't even know if you knew how giddy I actually got when you said that you started running.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, running just like me?" So I got super excited and I was
yeah.
like, saying, "How has the running experience been going, my friend?
Well,
Has it
I'll
been
have.
going?"
Yeah, it's been going. No, it's been going. I don't. I Friday's my hard day off. Tuesday,
Okay.
I can't really do it because I do this show. So
Of
I'll
course.
usually I'll usually just do lifting and I'll do my pull-up bar and I'll do like abs and stuff.
Mhm.
So I will mostly run Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday. So last Friday was actually it was an interesting day because my wife was on PTO all last week. So
Mhm.
she and I actually went on a run together. Um,
Wow.
yeah, we went on a run together. I think I said it on here before that my wife ran a 5K last year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course.
Um, so that was awesome, and me, I'm trying to run and shit, and I'm like, I gotta not embarrass myself and like do a good job because it mattered, it said to me to do a good job while she was out there with me, and it was good. I think I did, just working hard, like I think I did better than I probably would have done on a regular day because she was there, and I think it having that motivation, but it's hard as shit, bro. Like it really is hard. Like there's moments where I'll clear a mile in about 11 minutes, I think.
Mhm.
Which is slow, like whatever. Like, I'm just starting, but like I have really long
Nigga,
legs too.
it's currently faster than me, but we'll get there. But I pace myself very, very thing. And also
Yeah,
I'm
like
carrying a lot.
yeah, like I can average about 11 to 15 minutes. Like so like
Right.
I'm pretty good at it so far. Like and I think like when you start running, you start to be like, I wish everybody did this. Like it feels really good and it feels like I'm like trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? It feels like I'm trying to accomplish something. You know what I mean? And it
Yeah.
makes me feel really good.
It's better than running on a treadmill. Um, so I started running a couple years before the pandemic. My homegirl asked me to run with her in Prospect Park. And we would run and we ran at a certain pace and it was just easy to me because she was way slower than I was.
Mhm.
Um, so I was running. I was like, "This is light work. What the fuck? Like, nigga, what?" We ran around the entire park. Literally, my first time running, we run around the entire park, which is about 3.5 miles.
Right.
So I'm like, "Oh, okay, this is lit." So I started doing it by myself. Insanely harder when you run at your own pace. Um, but I used to 2020, 2021 was my best. I used to run sub 10-minute miles. I would try to
Yeah.
push myself and see. I think the fastest mile I ever ran was like 8 minutes, 1 second. And then after that, I completely die. Like
Yeah,
it's not
like
happening. I
and
crash.
I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I want to pace myself really well. And I think I paced when I ran with my wife, I feel like I paced myself super well, right? Like so like
Mhm,
I was like, okay, I'll do a minute 30 today because she's good. You know what I mean? And I think like knowing and seeing how she does things, it helped me a lot out a lot too. And again, it's really good to have somebody that like knows what they're doing and can motivate you to do it as well. I know that not
mhm,
everybody will be able to do that, but like, if you can, just utilize that person and lean on. But I cleared that mile like 11 minutes 4.
mhm.
And she hasn't run in a while, so she was like, "Fuck." She was like, "You're fucking killing me, bro." But yeah, like it was great, and I find it to be really really relaxing. It helps me kind of like clear my mind in the morning. I'm able to go back, you know, do all those things, and then I'm able to come in and eat. I usually do you eat before or after?
So I'm a maniac. I usually eat after. I actually run
I
on
eat
an empty
after.
stomach.
I eat after.
Um,
I'll eat on I'll run on an empty stomach too. It actually works better for me, I think.
Yeah, it works better for me. I think max I would do, I mean, if I'm running like long distance, which actually I run quite a bit, I get like a banana, some water, get some quick carbs in, to kind of fuel myself for the run. But realistically, I run like afterwards. And um it's always been, to be honest with you, it relieves a lot of stress. It relieves an incredible amount of stress of me running, kind of seeing the neighborhood, experience on the foliage, all the greenery, all the
Yeah.
kind of things, seeing the people. I see people who I run now on an active basis. Everyone at the gym asks me, like, yo, we haven't seen you at the gym. Where you been at? I'm like, bro, I just run now. Just a running. I thought about joining a run club, but I'm probably not gonna do it because I'm wild. Like, I was like, all right, this is too many people. I don't really want to run with many people, but they do motivate each other. Like, it is
Right.
motivating running with somebody else. I run alone, and then at some point I'll get bored and be like, all right, I'm tired of running. Like, this is whack. Um, Probably around like two and a half, 2.25 mile. I'm like, all right, this is whack. I don't want to do this anymore. Um, but running with someone else, you definitely can. Or what I'll do is I'll pick a person, a complete stranger, and I'll see their pace. And then I'll just run behind them, like a few feet behind them. And to be honest with you, that motivated me over the weekend. I ran behind this couple for like maybe like a mile and change. And then, I'm someone who body overheats very, very quickly. So if the sun is out, I get really, really like hot, start sweating a lot, all
Yeah.
types of other stuff like that. So my body overheats very, very quickly. So that's why I also manage like how I run. I usually run better when it's like anywhere between like 50 degrees to like 70 degrees is like my peak running thing. Cause I'm not gonna sweat. I'm not gonna worry about I'm hot. I'm not gonna worry about anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing. Running the runner's high is real.
It
And I'm
is. It really
glad you
is.
get to experience it because it does feel like a sense of accomplishment. Um, it does. I do go in my head and be like, yo, I'm running a final right now, low key. Like, I'm running a final. Show me the puzzle. You know what I'm saying? I could never run a
What
final.
music do you listen to?
Ooh, that's a good thing. All right, so my best run time that I've listened to and listened to music ended up being my TRL playlist, right?
Oh, wow, okay.
Because I listen to hip hop and R&B so much that it doesn't really motivate me one way or the other. But if I'm running and like fucking who's on this shit? If I'm running and like NSYNC comes on or like what the fuck is on this playlist? I have some rock shit on here too.
Yeah.
Um some 41 or like some other shit that gets me like hype. That gets me really motivated to really push it. Because yeah, I don't know, hip hop is really, it doesn't motivate me the way it used to motivate me. But if
That's so funny, right? Like, I have a motivation playlist, and it's like I might have, like, a couple Gunna songs on there, but, like, mostly it's like hardcore music or
yeah,
punk music or something like that. Like, that I
rap
hit my best miles and my best run has been the Turnstile this year. That they're gonna be on my fucking Wrapped all over that bitch 'cause
rap
I'm doing
for
so much.
me rap for me is good for lifting, not
Yeah.
really for running.
You just listening
Running,
to 50 Cent.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to preview so many albums. I think I ran to the last album I really remember running to and having a good run to it was Planet Her by Doja Cat.
Yeah.
I was just like I was just like, this is actually a bop, multiple bops in a row.
Nigga running to Get Into It, yeah?
Get
That
into
shit
it, yeah.
crazy.
So that really, so I implore people like continue to like try out new things, but it really, one, I can't run to new music. It's just too trash. Um like back in that's when I started really running to older music, was back in 2020 2021, where it was just the baby and fucking Roddy
Yeah.
Rich and all these
Can you
niggas that,
can think about it, it's actually gotten worse since then.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like to think I could be motivated. Like now I'm gonna run to whatever like throwaway Quavo single that just dropped. Fuck no. I'm just gonna run. I think over the weekend I ran to Brandy. Like I just ran to Brandy and Monica, their versus playlist. I just ran to that, and I was just like, first of all, I got to go see this shit in tour, but then I was just like, yo, this is good stuff. So I implore people to run. Um, and now that you run, we can start the A Show 5K, which I've always
Oh
wanted to do.
God, please.
If I can do a 5K, you can do a 5K. Like if I can currently do a 5K at the weight that I am at, you can absolutely do a 5K. I'm
I'll
sure.
try. I'm glad you believe in me.
I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you because I've done it, so I know that you can do it. Because you can do anything I can do, probably even better. Um, but that's what I was excited about. There's
Well,
a
I'm glad that we uplift each other. I'm glad you're excited for me.
Of
I'm gonna be
course.
continuing this. It's helped a lot. Just a lot of the stressful things that have been going on with me
It's
this
it's
year.
it's
So
it's tough to do it when you have a job. Like when they made me go back into the office, I was like, y'all niggas fucking shit up, bro. Like y'all fuck. Like I like running in the day, but there's also like a sneaky, like sexy night run. That's like at the cusp of dusk. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a sneaky, sexy
sexy
run.
night run in New York with the rats. Yeah, I'm straight.
No, at the dusk, it's nice. It's sexy. I don't run at night, to be honest with you. My homeboy used to do that. He used to run at night across the Brooklyn Bridge, but he would also keep like a blade on him. Because you never know, nigga. It's night. It's New York. Streets of rage.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah. That's the part. That's the part I know. I'm
and in
already
Streets of
knowing.
Rage, you keep your blade on you and you stab the nigga in
Exactly.
front of you.
And do you eating the turkey off the ground?
You might. Shit. Um, I'm not a night worker outer at all. Some people are. I can't do it. I'm not a 2 a.m. get money in the gym person. Is not me. I need to do it and get it out the way for the day. But I found a nice little, if I'm not running during the day, I found a nice little groove around 6 p.m. or something where, other people are run. So I'm good. Listen, you get the A Show 5K. If people feel it enough, get the A Show 5K rocking, bro. Make
Yeah.
shirts,
Let us
make
know who's running.
make
Who's running.
make,
I think you know
make
what?
medals.
I think Kel, one of our longtime fans of the show. I think Kel, he be running. I
One
no,
man.
he like a lifted nigga.
Yeah, he big Papa Pump, bro.
Yeah,
Like
he
he
look like
is
that.
it's been, it is what it is. So we gotta, you know, we got people who go to the gym and our thing. If everyone wants to run, we could set up a run. Obviously, virtual 5K, just run where you at. And we get it done. Just log it into Nike, like in a Nike Run app or Strava or whatever the fuck you use.
I think my wife
And
uses Strava.
yeah, Strava's too. It's the new hotness. I still use Nike Run because I don't know.
Strava
Strava's
what
too.
them horny run club niggas be using.
Yeah. Strava's too. I just like nah. I'm a Dolo runner. I don't like the Nike Run personalities though. I'm going on too much of a tangent. We got other shit to talk about.
Yeah,
Um,
thanks for believing in me. Thanks
of course.
for our listeners for believing in us. We got another free show this week
Hey,
because
for free.
we can't get away from fucking PLEs. Of course, we're gonna be talking about SummerSlam this week, happening this weekend in Jersey. Meelz, you will be emanating from MetLife Stadium. You and Cardi B.
Yes, I should be there. I should be there. I'm looking forward to it.
What's it like going to Jersey?
I don't go to Jersey. That's the problem. I don't go to Jersey. I've been to Jersey maybe like 4 times in my life. Um, but WrestleMania 35 scared the shit out of me.
Mhm.
So, I don't really like going to Jersey. No offense, it's nothing against Jersey. I don't want Armand coming after
Yeah, I'm about to
me
say
and
Armand,
yeah,
close your
yeah,
ears.
yeah. I don't want Armand coming after me. There's nothing against Jersey. And to be honest with you, I think if Armand could, he wouldn't be living in Jersey right now. I'm just gonna keep it. That's my hot take for the day. Armand, correct me if it's not, but Armand works in the city. You should live in the city. Is what I'm gonna say about that. Um,
Armand, come home, Armand. You know
Come
where.
home,
Come home.
Armand. You know where it's at. And,
Come home.
Armand,
Nope. No, no. Come home, Armand. Come on. Come
yeah.
home.
But
Not there. Here.
Jersey is it's a trek, but it's part of the, I guess it's part of the tri-state area kind of vibe. So it is what it is. I would love to take an Uber home, But again, MetLife, everyone will be trying to take Uber home. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of traffic. Whatever train, again, I don't really go to Jersey, so whatever path train or shit I have to take, I know it's going to be packed. And trains run differently than they do in New York. Trains run on some weird schedule that I don't really approve of. So low key, I might even be out before the main event, depending on how I feel.
Just watch it on your phone.
Um, but I mean, it's an early starting show. SummerSlam starting at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., 3 p.m. your time.
Mhm.
So it's an early starting show. I think they recognize everything that happened at WrestleMania 35 and want to not have that happen again. So they're ending the show. I'm sure the show will end. I'm sure Saturday's show will end by 10 o'clock. Sundays might end 10:30. Um, but realistically, then I have to, along with battling to get to Jersey to get back in the city, I then have to battle with weekend MTA, which may have any delays or schedules or anything like that. So it's a tough weekend beat for me, but we do it because we love it, and we love it because we do it. Um, what else happened this week? TNA,
TNA
AEW.
stuff, yeah. We haven't
Da-da-da.
talked about
Oh,
AEW in a while.
you know what happened this week?
What?
Hulk Hogan died.
Oh, shit!
God, it's so
I
far off
I
our radar.
You wanna do it, I guess?
Let's talk about it. I'm sure that's why people
You
are
wanna
here.
I wanted to talk about Unreal, but I guess we could talk about well,
Well,
listen.
let's get through Hogan and then we can talk about Unreal.
Yeah. Listen, man. All right.
Let's talk about Unreal.
A wrestling, shit. A wrestling legend, passed away, all right?
Yeah,
And,
that is how I would characterize him for sure.
Hulk Hogan passed away, and I don't wanna wax too nostalgic because here's the thing. Hulk Hogan was not my entryway into this culture, into this business, into this industry. When I was a kid, I think everybody knows this. I was a Razor Ramon fan. And even
Hmm.
when I was like, if you want to keep it 100, my earliest memories wasn't really Hulk Hogan. It was Bret Hart. It was fucking ironically Lex Luger was
Mm.
up there. Ultimate Warrior was up there. Ironically again, it wasn't really Hulk Hogan. I always thought Hulk Hogan was a little too. I'm black, you know what I mean? He too clean. He got to be hiding something.
But black niggas loved Hulk Hogan.
Little did I know
Uh,
he was hiding something. You know what I
he
mean? But
was.
yeah, and black people do love Hulk Hogan. But like I'm saying, he wasn't my entryway. So like while I can still say that in the same breath, I can still understand what he meant to a lot of kids, a lot of people, because I was there 10 years ago when
Right.
the audio came out and how many people were upset about that. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a very real question?
What?
How did you react when you heard the news that he died?
Oh man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I said, oh man.
Oh man, I didn't even do that. All right, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's not that I didn't go on, and everyone has a right to feel the way they feel about Hulk Hogan and expressing the way they did. I didn't immediately go on the internet and start dropping meme after meme, um, because it's just not me when someone dies. If I got nothing nice to say, I'll shut the fuck up. And a lot of wrestlers shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much anyone who talked had something nice to say. And the reason you haven't heard wrestlers say anything bad is because the wrestlers who have things bad to say have not said anything. I looked at Drew McIntyre's timeline and I haven't seen a damn thing.
Yeah. I
I
think a
looked at,
lot of it is probably they've been told not to.
of course, if you
Yeah.
got nothing nice to say, shut the fuck up. Because Raw and SmackDown had the propaganda out crazy. I low key almost thought this nigga was a hero again. But
Well,
a WWE video package will do that.
can we get
Um,
to like really just the way it was actually interesting to see how like a Cody responded to that whole thing, right? Or Cody
mm,
like was like, I mean, he did say it was complicated. I don't think he sports washed him too much. He said for what he did for the business. He didn't say he was my best friend.
I mean, I so I've always I don't I'm not against
Huh?
any wrestler who has a great experience at Hogan. Uh, I
What did
think
Cody do wrong?
I just think a lot of people have, like you said, been doing the thing where it's complicated and running over what actually happened.
They did it with Kobe.
I mean, shit, they did. But I think they run it doesn't make it as better than this situation.
I'm not saying to do. I'm just saying that like that is that's the dog whistle. That's the code word for, you know, you know, nigga did some fucked up shit at one point, but
Right.
eventually he was beloved, or essentially he was beloved, and he went on to become even more beloved. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the code word for that.
But
And
go ahead.
and
Continue.
I think that when I look at the and here's the thing, I'm no fan of the guy. I think that a lot of people were saying a lot of stuff on Friday that just wasn't going to happen. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Namely, oh, they should keep I saw like people say, "Oh, they shouldn't air the tribute on TV." And I'm just like, "Okay, there's something called like reality and there's something called like your opinion." You know what I mean? And I think that like especially with this, you got to really see how performative a lot of this shit is. You know what I mean? And there was no reality being handed out, right?
Mhm.
The reality of the matter is there ain't no fucking way that they weren't gonna say anything or they weren't gonna make this a big deal.
Of
WrestleMania
course.
3 solidified this motherfucker forever. You know what I mean? Like regardless of what he became or what he was, or the lies, the guaranteed contracts, the lying, the steroid case, the snitching, all that shit, that's human.
Mhm.
That's human. I'm not excusing I'm talking about everything up to the racism, right?
Sure.
All of that shit is what niggas do in this industry. They know that. People gotta understand that your bias against something doesn't change the fact of what things are. You know what I mean? And I think ultimately that's where people got it fucked up at.
I agree, but I also agree. So, I guess overall, kind of like my issue with things were, um, that I feel, and I guess Chelsea Green felt the heat for it. I don't know if she should have felt the heat any more than anybody else, to be honest with you. Um, but the idea of that, like, it was complicated, but he did da, 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 as if to to me, and this is just my take. The it's complicated part, Loki feels like, to me, white guilt. White guilt in celebrating a man you know is openly racist, but you also want to really celebrate what he did for contributions for the industry. So you kind of want to have it both ways. But you know deep down he was a bad person. And you know low key the values don't align with your values, but you still want to celebrate him because nostalgia is a very powerful drug. And I understand that because I felt a type of way, um, because my childhood nostalgia kicked in because I didn't grow up with peak Hulk Hogan, but I grew up with Hulk Hogan returning to the WWF and it just being a moment. Him tag teaming with my favorite wrestler Edge, him having that moment at WrestleMania 18, him having these moments, and you kind of really got to feel the power of Hulkamania and the magic of it all. And even as hokey as it was still something real. And I got excited as a kid, but I can't help to, when the quote is brought back up, and I don't listen to it often because it makes me mad every time I listen to it. Every time I see those words, I sit there and I said, Hulk Hogan don't like me the way I liked him. Hulk Hogan don't give a fuck about me the way I gave a fuck about him. Hulk Hogan, those words are meaningful, and to be honest, it was a betrayal to a large fan base of his. And I think that's ultimately what Black wrestling fans felt in 2015 when those words came out. It low key felt like a betrayal, and I think that's why it was a very very hard for anybody to turn a blind eye to it for years. It was a betrayal of trust. It was a betrayal of you sacrificed and vitamins and all this other stuff like that, and it was this great
I still
figure,
took my vitamins.
huh?
I still took my vitamins.
I mean, I still took my vitamins too because I'm grown, but I don't need no Hulk Hogan to tell me to take vitamins. But it felt like a betrayal to me, and the battle between the childhood nostalgia in the one moment, but ultimately the feeling of betrayal is like, "This nigga don't give a fuck about me." And that's
I hear you, but I to go back to your original point, right?
sure.
I don't think we should be like getting that mad at the people who work at the company that probably told them not to say nothing. You know what
I
I'm
don't get
saying?
mad, I'm
Like
side-eyeing the shit out of people, though, because it felt like I side-eyed the shit
what
out
they
of
supposed to say?
uh, what's my
Cody?
man's name? Nick Aldis, who essentially was just like, "That's not my place to really speak about what happened with him. It is my place to speak about what he contributed to the industry and shit." I'm like, "Nigga, then shut the fuck, like, just talk about your experience with Hogan and shut the fuck up, bro." Like, if you don't feel like if you feel like racism is that hard to talk about, don't sweep that shit under the rug because you wanna praise a man for the career and the things that he did. Bro, just talk about your experience with the nigga. Talk about how you hung out one at Bubba Gump's fish place, and he gave you a high five and told you, "Keep up the good work, brother, and keep it pushing." Like, stop trying to sweep this shit under the rug. It's not cool, in my opinion. Like, it's
But
not cool.
they gotta sweep it under the rug.
I understand what they have to do. Reality is they coulda also shut the fuck up. And and again, I'm getting mad about it right now because, like, this is legitimately how I feel every time I see those words, right? It's such a betrayal to a community, such a base of fans that these people attempt to appease in some thing or the other. But to me, like, comments like that where you just kind of like rush it, it doesn't really align with, I'm not saying, da da da, but it doesn't align with your values. So why would you attempt to minimize it in such a great, that is hurtful as well. Trying to minimize the situation publicly and being like, "Yo, this shit doesn't matter, but what really mattered was the way he affected the business." And nigga, it was his job. He's a person too, and he hurt a lot of people. He hurt a lot of people. Um, You know? And then even, the MAGA shit last year, the nigga threatening to fucking body slam Kamala Harris and shit. Like, that's why his ass got booed in his last WWE moment. We'll remember this nigga getting booed the shit out of LA.
I mean, he
You were
essentially went out as a joke. You know what I mean?
yeah.
He went out as a joke. I think there and again, they say it's complicated meals because it is complicated. You know what I'm saying? It's not as complicated as it is for us because we're black.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? It's very easy for us, but I think it speaks to literally like the racial makeup of America. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
people still don't really want to talk about that shit. You know what I mean? Like they still don't wanna have that conversation. They don't wanna they don't wanna believe it. They don't wanna interact with it. I think that that is very much, what you're seeing Nick Aldis do and stuff like that. Like, people don't especially older people, they're not gonna reckon with it because 'cause they've largely never had to. And
Yeah,
I think that
essentially.
that's the larger issue here that, like, they're not gonna interact with it because they never had to. You know what I mean? They don't know what it's like to be to be racially profiled. They don't know what it's like to be followed around in stores. They don't know what it's like to be called a nigger. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know any of those things. Those are completely new experiences for them. And if they had the choice, they'd be like, you know what? I'm not going to interact with this at all. And it's unfair. You know what
It's
I'm saying?
super
Like,
unfair. But it's also, to me, I don't know, it just feels very like, for me it's hurtful.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the reality of the situation. Everything you said is correct. Um, but just to me, it reads hurtful. It reads like minimizing words that he says and things that he meant, and the hateful actually words that he said.
Yeah, I think
And
it's always tough in wrestling too, where we have to start separating the character from the person, and I think that's like I think too often on one end people they don't do it enough, and on the other end they do it too much, right? Like when people show you who they are, believe them 100%. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, if that affects how you watch the shows or anything like that, stop. You know what I mean?
right.
Like again, if this is fucking with your mental and your enjoyment of something, you move on to something else. You go where you feel as though you belong or where
Mhm.
you're needed. And I think with Hulk Hogan, it's such a tough conversation for so many reasons because of how inundated he is. I'm not just saying wrestling meals. He's inundated in everything.
Yeah,
He's
no.
he's he's in everything.
It's a tough conversation for a lot of folks, to be honest with you. I mean, we saw the same thing happen with black folks and Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? We still see the same thing happen low key with R. Kelly. They're not dead, but if R. Kelly ever dies,
Oh yeah,
you're gonna see a celebration of R. Kelly, believe
yeah,
it or not. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Michael Jackson died. Michael Jackson had allegations for various things that went on, and people celebrate him until the day, more than the day that he died. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying?
mhm.
So it's kind of like, where do we, as a society, the line ultimately resides with you on how you feel and how these things align with your values. And just know, I mean, with the just kind of how people feel about things and how kind of like outspoken society is and how kind of social media has connected people in different ways and able to see kind of opinions and stuff. People go side eye the fuck out of you. I mean, I'm sure they're okay with it because ultimately, at the end of the day, the world keeps moving, the world keeps spinning. A week later, we're gonna head into SummerSlam. Hopefully, by the time SummerSlam is over, no one will be even talking about Hulk Hogan anymore. Um,
I don't think the tributes are over.
no, they're not. I mean, it's
He's
summer.
at
This
least
nigga never lost at SummerSlam.
getting a battle royal or an award named after him.
Listen, man.
I need people to. I'm just saying, people need to be ready so that they can choose accordingly whether to interact with this stuff however they want to. You know what I mean? Like you need to
Hmm.
be able to know so you can choose accordingly. I refuse to interact with this because it does not serve a purpose in my life. You
Right,
know what I'm
and it
saying?
doesn't
Like
align with the things that you're,
yes. Yes, essentially. Like they people I'm just saying, like be ready for him to get the full ticker tape fucking parade. You know what I'm saying? When that time comes. And do not be surprised, do not be shocked, do not be upset. It's going to happen, but just be sure to turn your TV on mute. You feel me? Like that's essentially all I'm going to have to say up to that, but like I think in terms of where he's at or where his legacy is at. I feel like as black people or as wrestling fans, we have a lot of different people that we could rally behind and say that we like and put over him. I have never really been the hugest Hulk Hogan fan. Stone Cold Steve Austin me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, but
yeah,
then even then, I can't even say that because Stone Cold got his own shit. I'm like, damn. If I say I fuck with Stone Cold, he was in his own shit. He had his own. He got arrested for his own shit. You know what I mean? Like that's it's tough. But that's where
yeah,
it comes where it's like is it the character or is it the person? You know what I mean? Like and not everyone's closets are clean. But I
yeah,
think that when it comes to something like what Hulk Hogan did, and how that came out, and then his life afterwards, I think the way that his story ended, a legend in decline, a legend in reclusiveness, a legend that hitched his wagon to one of the most embarrassing, failing regimes of American history. I'd say that the work's already been done, Mills. He killed his own shit. You know what I mean? He ended his own
right.
shit. What more do we got to say?
Uh, and if you want something really great and you know warming and all this other stuff about what he contributed to business, listen to the podcast all his friends host because as we will continue to talk about Hogan based on I got retro diaries and shit where the nigga's part of it. I got all this other stuff like that. Like it's just the character of it. But like I don't know. I can't really I'm not even I get the feelings about his death. It's more so like the betrayal and the reaction to the betrayal that always upsets me. But yeah, it's this is not the last we've seen of this nigga, of course. Um he don't die, he just multiply.
Mhm.
So we'll see how that goes. But that is our words on the passing of Hulk Hogan.
Real
Let's talk
quick
about
on
go ahead.
AEW real quick. I haven't been watching
Oh, okay.
at all. They
There's
they
not
they really
much
not
to
they're really not sticking the landing, huh?
we live in two separate Americas where niggas will say, "Well, the show was fire tonight," and I was like, "Nigga, what? What? Like, what part of it?
I
Like,
look at these results and I'm like, huh?
I'm like, why is he on the show? You know what I'm saying? You had a full match card with a billion people on it, and then half of them niggas don't even show up no more. You know
So
what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Well,
It's a
I think more than anything, I want your views on the Will Ospreay stuff. I think that's
Oh,
the interesting stuff that I wanted to get
mm.
into because I think it is extremely interesting that the conversation is always, you know, they have a plan, they know what they're doing, and you know, they know what they're gonna do, and then one of your top stars has been injured for this long and can no longer go. What's your thoughts on this Will Ospreay stuff?
Will Ospreay to me, there has to be, how can I say that? I haven't really even formulated real thoughts on it because to be honest with you, it didn't surprise me. I think he came into AEW banged up.
Yeah.
Like, I think he left New Japan banged up. It's literally just his style of it. And to be honest with you, after every pay-per-view they have, you hear that someone is banged up. Kenny Omega, no idea when he's wrestling again. They gave it one last push, and that was that. So it's an unfortunate thing for him. Will Osprey also out. You know what I'm saying for whatever period of time, and it just feels like there's a way. Brian Danielson, who by all stretch of imaginations had a good run in WWE, especially after coming back, had a overall healthy run because he wasn't used as actively. He had his big matches when he had his big matches, but they didn't really seem to over push him. Neck fucked the fuck up.
Mhm.
And it doesn't seem like it's getting better for the people. The light schedule of like 1 to 2 times a week, and that's all you got to wrestle per month, and then a pay per view doesn't really seem all that safer than the WWE one. Where to be honest, with you don't even you may even wrestle like twice a month. You may, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to niggas on house shows. They just had a house show the other day where people, I'm sure people were excited to be able to wrestle again. Um, but with Will Osprey, I think it's such a. I think he needs to sit down, and I think he
Well, I think
needs to get smarter about the wrestling business. And the only way you can make money or be successful in the wrestling business is if you're able to be present.
Mhm,
And currently, he cannot be present for an extended period of time because he jammed up his vertebrae.
mhm,
Probably by taking all them fucking pile drivers that we told. Remember a couple years ago, who was it that took the fucking pile driver? Kenny Omega.
yeah.
I forgot who.
What
It probably was from
it
Osprey.
was Osprey, it was the Osprey thing, yeah.
And we said, "Nigga, you shouldn't be taking them damn pile drivers, bro. You already messed up." And Will Osprey went on the internet and say, "Who are y'all to tell me how to wrestle? Who are y'all to
I
tell me what's best for me and what it is for me?" And then look at him now.
yeah.
It don't take a genius to know that you shouldn't, or the reality is while you can push yourself to have a really competitive match, you shouldn't over exert yourself to the point of body his body being destroyed. It's just not gonna last long.
And this is the person that again, I was like, they should kind of position him to be like the Cody of the brand, and I said a couple of weeks ago, maybe like a month ago, I'm like, this guy is not it. He's not it. He just don't know how to do this, you know, in terms of how he carries himself correctly, and I never wanna see people get injured, but I think that it says a lot where he could still do this on the show and they're still gonna bleed buckets this week. You know what I mean? They're still gonna do all of these things that are just terrible on their body so that some kid on Twitter with a fucking Japanese wrestler Abby can say that's beast. You know what I mean? Like it's the wrestling is for our enjoyment, but not for these people to like not be able to walk or hold their children. You know what I mean? I thought we were past that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I really thought we were past that. Like I even look at like the Cody KO ladder match, like, and that comes up on Real when I get to that episode, and I still cringe at some of the stuff they were doing in that.
Mhm.
Like that was as AEW as WWE pretty much gets. I mean, I look at the Drew McIntyre CM Punk Hell in a Cell. We gave that high marks.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm glad they don't do that often.
Nah, they really don't. But
That's
AEW does it at least once a month.
they do it like once a month. They do it every pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Like it's stuff like that that's you know,
Jamie Hayter once wrestled. Now Jamie Hayter no longer wrestles.
that's what I'm
Um,
saying. It's like we're starting to see this kind of happen more and more, and you're in a company with like people like Edge and Soraya and Danielson who lost years of their career to this type of thing. And Will Ospreay's not that old. You know what I'm saying? For this stuff to be happening. Like I just feel for the guy. I just pray that when he sits down, he starts to rethink about how he does things. Cause you know, things like the cage match with Kyle Fletcher and stuff like that. Like that stuff looks like it takes, you know, years off your career. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he was still going, that's what kills me, Meals. Is like they were still letting him go
yeah.
with him feeling all of this stuff. And then for him to just, you know, oh yeah, I wasn't feeling right. That's crazy, bro. Crazy work.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know if he reported it, the feeling, but hey, you should. I mean,
That's
ultimately, your priority should be your health at the end of the day.
where's medical?
Um, I, medical probably like if the nigga ain't tell me he's hurt, I don't know how am I supposed to know. Um, but there should be some sort of physical. I feel like if they had a physical, a mandatory physical where they had to check niggas' ailments, half that card would be
Bro,
probably.
it would literally just be the ROH niggas.
Everyone would be on Twitch streaming with Adam Cole. You know what I'm saying? Um, so it's an interesting situation. They're essentially losing one of their top stars. He says he's hoped to be back by Forbidden Door, and we're like, bro, don't even push it. Like, what's the point? Really, what's the point? You're
Mm,
going back and you're pushing it. I mean, Forbidden Door will be fire, but then you also you're going back to push it for like what low key like 1,000 niggas. Um, it's not really worth it if you're not able to really give more to this company in the long run. I look at Kenny Omega and I look at what probably could have been for him in AEW, but ultimately the story that's going to be of his AEW run was that he was broken down a lot.
yeah. Mhm.
And when they needed the call for someone to be a star, he can't answer the call because he's hurt. He's broken down. He's sore, diverticulitis. Like so many other things are just kind of like plaguing the run of him. I wouldn't be surprised if Hangman Adam Page is hurt. I wouldn't be surprised.
Probably is. Probably is. But so you're
The,
pretty
the
much saying
smart the smartest nigga is MJF.
you're pretty much saying right now, they ain't doing anything right now. They ain't doing anything.
I'm saying there needs to be an edict that ultimately, and it shouldn't be an edict, but they should prioritize your health. AEW is going to run into a situation. I mean, they've run into it kind of, but they're going to run into a situation where someone gets permanently damaged and they could have prevented it by just saying, by someone saying, you know, hey, I'm not really feeling this right now. But the way the company culture is, you have to go so hard and balls to the wall for them 5 to 6 stars. And that is what the company needs. It's not ultimately what the company needs. That's why I say MJF is the smartest nigga there. MJF knows when to make it work. He's working a WWE style in AEW.
Now
He is not in style of match, but essentially like he works just as much as like Seth Rollins did.
he still be on TV too much,
He
I
on
think.
TV too, but you know, he works essentially like in the ring, he works as much as Seth Rollins does.
I think the Bucks be on TV too much too.
The Bucks is
But yeah, shout out to
yeah.
Hangman for winning the title and going right back to fighting Mox. That's like fighting
Yeah,
Kane. That's like
we'll
remember
see
he
what
used to make
happens
niggas
this
fight
week.
Kane? We used to make niggas fight Kane after they won the title. That's your Kane. Good job.
I don't
Um,
know if that's a smart idea to do this week.
that's
Why
over
would you
anyway.
do it why would you do it during SummerSlam week?
It's over anyway. The war's over. It's over. Hey, go into Discord real quick and look at this Jacob Fatu merch because because I like it.
Oh, okay.
I like it. I like it.
Uh
I like it.
F you, follow them up.
F all them
Fall
up.
Oh,
Fatu.
F
F
all them up.
F all of
Oh,
them up.
oh. F around and try us.
Hey,
Yada I mean. I
that's
mean, it's
good.
good. I mean,
It
it's better than the shit they used to make.
That's good because why it's fire? People are mad. Here's the thing, people are really mad that he's getting his push now, even though they loved him. So, like, now when people are turning on him, I love him. Isn't that some shit?
I mean,
Anyway,
he's very much in his role. Let's talk
it
about
looks
the
it feels
Netflix
like,
show.
old Attitude Era type shit. That's why I like this. The F all them up, like, they never do that anymore. Anyway, I just
Always
wanted
the
to
APA always pounding ass. That's what it feels like.
Oh
That's what it feels
god.
like.
I'm already seeing weird ass tweets about the writer's room. It all makes sense. Just look at the room about
I
WWE
mean,
Unreal.
I did take
Who
a
you
peek
think?
around. I did take a peek around. I mean,
Who the fuck you think in any other fucking rooms? Like what?
hey
The
man,
fuck?
that don't make it any better if I could say like nigga who you think is in every room. That still don't make it good.
So,
But
all right. Well, what you gonna do about it?
don't say that either, because you know there's nothing I can do about it.
All right.
They can do something about it.
That's not a gimme, bro. That's not a gotcha. You already know it's like that.
I mean, it's not gonna be that. It's definitely not gonna be that now. They threw that DEI shit out the window. So if only the room might get whiter. You know what I'm saying? It might be a couple more rows. You know what I'm saying? But I think they got a still diverse set of producers, and that was not all the creative writers. To be honest with you, those are just like the executives, people they're having conversations with about like what's the direction that we're going to go
Here
in.
you go
What
tap dancing, you coon.
Right. Once they decide the direction they're gonna go in, I'm assuming they have the writers who have to write things on a weekly kind of basis, and I think that's where hopefully a little bit more of the diversity lies. But I also wouldn't be surprised if no diversity anymore.
Hey,
Again, they
listen,
threw that
man.
DEI shit out. You saw Paramount Plus. Paramount said DEI, nigga.
Speaking of which, I gotta cancel my Paramount Plus. Keep going.
You got to cancel it.
Oh yeah, my bad, Meals. I gotta cancel. It's too much money, man.
It's okay. No, it's fine. I don't really watch it. I'll find All Stars somewhere else.
You got a month.
A month. Okay, I can do that.
You got a month. Yeah. Month today.
Yeah, but I don't blame you. It's a trash app, and they're suckers.
Yeah, some people, yeah. That's mainly why I'm doing it, because I'm
Yeah, because they suckers. So it is what it is. The app was not. If the app was fire and they were big, like they were suckers, I would be like, all right, nigga, it's Max. What do you want me to do? But Paramount Plus, nah, you ain't got shit on there, nigga. I've seen enough episodes of Daria. I'm good. Um, WWE Unreal. It premiered today. If you're listening to this on Patreon, premiered yesterday. And to be honest with you, likely if your timeline represents anything wrestling, you've probably seen all fucking episodes already because them niggas love to aggregate. I tell you what. They said, what? I woke up 7 a.m. my time, Eastern, already spoiled like halfway through the show. But it is what it is. Let's read. What is AEW? Sorry, AEW Unreal. AEW Unreal would be crazy.
AEW already unreal.
It's just Tony in a room speaking to himself. It's like, well, I think we could do more of this. Yeah, totally, bro. Yeah, totally. Um, what does it say? What's the press thing say? W Unreal playing on Netflix. It's more real than you think. For the first time ever, step into the writers' room and go behind the scenes of your favorite superstars. Witness never before seen moments as WWE's biggest spectacles are brought to life. See firsthand how the stories unfold and take a peek behind the curtain where the drama is just intense off stage as it is under the spotlight. WWE Unreal is not playing only on Netflix. That's some good copy right there. Um, we watched the first episode.
Yeah, I watched the first episode this morning.
Mm. We're gonna go back and watch more. I'm sorry, there's a car honking behind me. Um,
It's the person that's telling us that there's no black people in the WWE writers room.
yeah. Is it all right? Cool. I mean, how many black people in the AEW one? Calvin.
Any of them?
Um,
How many black people are any of them? I'm saying.
It is what it is. You know, fourth rope. I'm sure they got niggas writing that shit.
Yeah, right. Writing.
uh,
Writing. Right.
uh, what did you think of the first episode?
I thought the first episode I thought the first episode was really good. I think
Mm,
that the way that they are framing it should not have scared this many people about it. Um, I think that it's very much like a character piece in a lot of ways, where they are framing a lot of these characters as we know them, on screen and showing you the story behind them. I the first episode largely deals with like Cody, Rhea, Punk, and interestingly enough, no Seth. Um, but as they navigate the Netflix premiere, I think having Triple H kind of be the glue that kind of has these relationships with all these characters on the show is actually a great way to do it because he is essentially the PT Barnum, the Dana White, the all of these things for all of them, and you get to see the relationship that he has with them. I think a lot of people are making a big deal about how he and Punk have two different reasons why they didn't trust each other. And I'm like, isn't that just human nature? Isn't that just how like people will have issues? Ultimately, what matters is that they get along now, right? And I think the conversations that they have about each other are so interesting because they're knowing. Because it's like I know this guy because I've known him at his lowest, and I know this guy because I knew him when he was trying to get to where he is right now. And I think they both got to where respectively they wanted to be in their careers at this point. um More so really Punk in a lot of ways, but they also realized like this now or never for them essentially. And I liked kind of that framing of their story within the show. The Rhea stuff was interesting. I'm sure there's going to be more with her. I hope there's more with her. I think that that just really serves to be like, okay, this is just awesome character that you know a lot of people love or whatever. But I think again for a first episode, you got to see a lot of how essentially the sausage was made, and
yeah.
and how Triple H kind of combines to as the wraparound character because he has all these relationships with these other people on the show. And
Hmm.
I love the way that like they talked about Gorilla, and that was just such a like exhaustively detailed moment with Gorilla, the Gorilla position. Like I thought that was my favorite part of the show, because you see it all the time when you watch, and now you'll see it and say, "Oh, that's from the show." You know what I mean? Like,
Imagine regular niggas telling me about gorilla position. Like,
and I think that I again, kudos
what's
to
being
them.
gorilla?
Kudos to them for doing that and also doing it in an easily digestible manner.
As,
I
as a
Go ahead.
kid, where did you think the wrestlers came out of?
I thought that they came out of
Like just
the
behind
rooms.
from the locker
Yeah,
room straight to the.
yeah, like the locker room was like right behind the camera, and like there was like a one for good guys and one for bad guys. Like that's what I thought back in the
It's
day.
time to beat niggas' asses currently. Let's go
Yeah,
outside. Let's go
yeah,
out.
like good job, kid. Get out there. But I love the way that the show broke that down. I love the Netflix stuff. I love that they showed how important timing is.
Hmm.
I love all of that stuff because I think Mills coming into this, they were like, "This is killing the business. This is gonna kill the business. This is just a terrible idea. You shouldn't do this, right?"
Right.
But I think the strongest part of this show is essentially how they're telling us stuff we already know, or anyone who's who's been following this should already know. But they're putting this in an easily digestible package so that if you did not know what the fuck was going on, or who this was or who this character was, they're introducing them, but they're also showing you their backstory. And I think that to me is the most endearing part of the show, really.
I love the kind of connections with the wrestlers themselves. And you kind of really do get to see. So we often sometimes talk about the decisions that are made and how they affect these people. And ultimately it's a job at the end of the day. So we're like, these niggas can't be that mad. They're billionaires. Ultimately, these people are wrapped up a lot into things that they do. And a lot of it comes with expectations, a lot of it comes with fear, a lot of it comes with anxiety, a lot of it comes with happiness. But you get the full range of emotions when you see all of this. You see, I think in episode 2, we reached to the point, I think you get to Cody and KO's ladder match, or maybe that was episode 1. Um,
It's two. It's coming. It's the Rumble is next for me.
Yeah, so, uh, you get to the point where KO and Cody are backstage, and KO is like, "My bad, bro, the powerbomb thing, I was trying to do this, that, and the third." And you really see how he apologetic about it, but ultimately, they're, like, happy that essentially the result is what they achieved. Um, and everyone is hoping ultimately at the end of the day, like, I hope I got something for Mania. Hope this goes well for me. You see the conversation with Triple H to Jey Uso as he's about to did you see that part?
I haven't seen any of episode 2.
Okay. So he has this conversation with Jey Uso. Sorry to spoil it for you. Um, where he's like, it's in the promos actually. He's like, we're gonna put the rocket on you. You know, you just gotta be ready for when we put the rocket on you, but we're gonna put it on. Are you ready? And he's like, yeah, I'm ready. And essentially that was H saying, like, don't fuck this shit up, nigga. Cause y'all prone to this shit of fucking shit up. Y'all fuck it up like it's your job to fuck it up. But in this moment, we are putting the rocket on you. So relax. And it was a very honest, moment. I don't even know if people will really, if you're wrestling, if you're not like, if you don't know the Usos and kind of their history, um, I don't know if even people will really, really get that, but it's one of the moments that you'll kind of see. Um, Ultimately, hate to make this about AEW. Um, this shows a lot of how things are kind of run and the decisions that are made. And if you're a wrestling fan who's, into AEW at any point, you got to be looking at this show. It's like, all right, then what the fuck was that idea they did over there? Who came up with that?
But I think what it is that there's clearly like a org chart, and I think that like most times you can tell when things aren't like a. Here's the thing, like we can tell in WWE when things just don't seem right.
Hmm.
The Cody stuff from 40, the Cody stuff from this year, all of that, how all of that went. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell when things don't exactly go the way that like they probably wanted it to, or like something was wrapped up. And again, this comes from somebody, people that we follow the business, we look at the dirt sheets, for better or for worse, we're inundated in this in so many ways, right?
Hmm.
Whereas it's like you see how this chain of command, so to speak, happens where they have a meeting and then they have a meeting of a meeting and a meeting of a meeting of a meeting, right up to the point where they walk out. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And even there's a part where Rhea's remembering her match, and Damien's like, "That's a lot." And you think like, and I'm thinking she must have had to go through that with Liv yesterday, an hour before, 2 hours before, 30 minutes before, and they probably, if you change something, it all goes fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it shows you there's an org chart for all of this stuff, and you kind of see like why this company is kind of bigger than life. You know what I mean? Like they're bigger than anything because, and I think this is a detriment to WWE as well. There's so many cooks in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like there's so many, but I think that Triple H at one point, during the 40 run, you know what I mean? He was able to make that cohesive where at the end we got to finish the story in the right way. You know what I mean? And I think and we'll talk about this with SummerSlam, in certain ways he's kind of stumbled this year. And I think it's because there's so many voices. And now in the show you see there's so many voices. There's so many people like timing it. It's all this stuff. Like there's so many egos to take care of. And this just proves it right here of like why this shit is tough, and why it's amazing that they're able to do this every single week.
Well, I think one of the things that the show doesn't really show or hasn't shown yet, I'm assuming they're not going to show, is one of the reasons why I think it's been so harder, why it's been harder, um, is because there's a lot more to serve now than just the audience when it comes to things that happen on the show. So they have to serve um, shareholders, they have to serve, sponsors, they have to serve so many different other people. Ari Emanuel, you know what I'm saying? They have to serve him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different people. If Ari Emanuel says, and this is according to Rock Story, I haven't seen the episode or how it comes together or anything like that. If Ari Emanuel says, them Toronto sales looking light for Elimination Chamber, let's include The Rock in it. Then suddenly you have to upend most of the shit to throw The Rock in it, right? And then if they said, but we want to incorporate Travis Scott in a way, well, hopefully the Rock, can you incorporate Trevor? And he's like, yeah, I can do that. And then suddenly now you have the Rock and Travis Scott and all these other things that you can't really follow up on. Um, so there's a lot more to serve. I'm not sure if the show touches on that, but I think H has a lot more to serve, which essentially lends to kind of like how he is in the show. Um, but it's a there's a lot of H in the show. There's
A lot
a
of
lot of
Cody.
people, yeah, a lot of Cody in this show. They're definitely holding on to the stars. Um, again, it's a cool look. I'm interested in going back to the episodes and seeing more. It is definitely way more uh interesting and intriguing than I thought it would be. Um, because they've managed to incorporate, and apparently the person who runs the show is not really a big wrestling fan, which I think is one of the reasons why
Mm.
it's be able to connect with people.
It's from the guy who does Peyton Manning's thing. So
Mm.
that's why it's shot kind of like that. But um, I thought it was great. My wife wants to watch it. I think we'll sit down and watch the rest of the season together. And
Oh,
yeah,
nice. Okay.
yeah.
Definitely do that for sure. Uh, let's see. Whew. Okay. Um, I don't think there's any other news, to be honest with you. Not anything that I care about. Uh, we
Any
can
TNA Trick and A news?
Trick and A. Not Trick Williams on a roll, baby. Trick Williams on the roll of his life. He's talking.
I must say, it does seem like they're doing what I think that they should be doing, and I think that we got
Yes.
either that, on NXT last week. I said this, I think a couple weeks ago, if you guys haven't heard the show, I think they should probably give Trick the NXT title as well. I think it makes a lot of sense for him to carry both titles and
Hmm.
for there to be like a incursion kind of invasion angle with all the brands at BFG in October and have that
Hmm.
be an NXT TNA co-branded thing. It just makes the most sense to me.
Um,
What if
going
what
through a
if they
little.
had an NXT PLE one night and then they had a the TNA one the next night?
And people won't go to the TNA one. They'd
What
be
if
like,
they
nigga,
if it had NXT talent meals, they would.
I just I feel like it's too much of unless it's like a part of if it's a major show, like if it's a mixed show, are you saying like they're two different shows? Or if it's like
Yeah, it's 2
a
different
two
ones.
night a two
It'll
night
be
event?
NXT Halloween Havoc one night, right? And then it'll be, TNA Bound for Glory the next night.
I mean, it could I, I think it could work depending on how the ticket prices are. But yeah,
That'd
I
be
think it
cool.
could work.
It's just a thought, but I think
You already get the wrestling niggas in the city and stuff like that. So once you get them there, I wouldn't imagine why they wouldn't want to do it. Um, but I would need an attraction like AJ Styles or something like that. Uh,
the attraction for TNA should be Mike Santana, who I think should probably win it at Bound for Glory, so we'll see.
he should. He should. I think we're all learning a great lesson here, especially Mike Santana. Um, let's see. Did it
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. Yeah, let's go to SummerSlam. I was trying to look for more news, but I don't give a shit about this. Um, SummerSlam is here. We have what seems to be the full card.
It's done, yeah. It's done.
It's done. All right,
Yeah,
no
6 and
more.
6. 6
All
and
right.
6. Mm.
Um, had a lot of big matches on SmackDown and Raw. Raw had some big matches this week. SmackDown's gonna have some big matches this week. It's a whole fucking thing. But SummerSlam will be the granddaddy of them all, emanating from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, hosted by one Belle Khalice Alazar, Cardi B,
Mm.
um, who I have no idea what her interaction with the show would be
Or what
on
she'll be
either
doing.
night. Yeah,
Yeah, no clue what
I,
she's gonna be doing.
usually they incorporate the talent like somewhere building up to it. That's why I low key think she might get a mixed reaction from the people. You kind of really need, as a celebrity, if you're really gonna be part of it, you need some sort of investment in
That's
this
why they
thing.
got Jelly Roll, baby.
Yeah, that's why they got Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll about to, go off. Go off. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how New Jersey feels about Jelly Roll, but I'm sure it's fine. I know that. the
Well, we gotta
general.
remember it ain't just gonna be New York people there, so
No, it's definitely gonna be New Jersey. Damn, I feel Armand, you're fine, right? Just hit me on the side if I say anything crazy. Um, but we will be here. It is a very big card. Let's go through it. They announced the
I'll say
days last
I'll
week. It's pretty
I
cool.
I'll say on paper, I like this card better than Mania 41. I think there's more of a penchant of there being there's better stories for one, in my opinion.
This should
Um,
look like they threw it on the whiteboard at on Unreal, and it didn't really move from the whiteboard.
yeah. Well, here's the thing: some of the matches on that whiteboard from Unreal are happening now
Yeah, good for
on this
them,
show.
man.
So
I wanna know whose job it is to write on the whiteboard, though.
it wouldn't be mine. I got bad handwriting. It's probably Michael Hayes.
You got bad handwriting?
Yeah, I got bad handwriting.
Wow.
It's terrible.
Hmm, interesting. Okay, didn't know that about you.
Yeah,
We type now. I got great handwriting,
not
unfortunately.
terrible.
I have people say I write like a girl. Um,
Wow, what? That means that's good handwriting then.
I know, but I'm getting all my life like, "Wow, you write like a girl." I'm like, "'Cause I was told in, like, 6th grade I had bad handwriting, and that's the reason why he would not give me good grades on things because he couldn't read what I said." And I was just like, "Nigga, what?" Well, it's what I should have said in 6th grade. Instead, I improved my handwriting, and now I just write better. Shout out to if you have good handwriting. Good handwriting, gang. W's in the chat. Um,
Let's start with night one.
of course.
Um, I'm glad they announced these ahead of time for us. They did it for us. They announced these a
Yes,
week ago. We go
of
into the
course.
show. Let's
Predictions.
start with Sami Zayn versus Karrion Cross singles match. If Sami
Mm,
wins, uh, nothing's gonna
he
happen. If
he
Karrion wins, if
he becomes
Karrion now,
EVP.
if Ka- he gets funny T-shirts and a funny Tron. I was like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, this is literally the Bucks. I'm sorry, but literally the Bucks EVP shit is stuff that people hated WWE for, and they're doing it in AEW right now.
Well, they did it
Literally,
so poorly in AEW, which is the problem. I was just like, I've never felt like y'all were really AVPs, to keep it a buck with you. Like, I know they didn't want to become Mr. McMahon, but you had to incorporate
like
at least some of that.
they're literally doing the shit that they would do to like the authority when they got, you know what I mean, when they got taken out, you know what I mean, like oh, you don't get a Tron today, or you gotta face this nigga, you gotta do like they're just doing the same shit, bro. I'm like, didn't y'all hate this? Didn't y'all hate this sports entertainment shit?
No, it's funny now. Meltzer's pissing his pants laughing.
Oh my god.
Um,
Anyway, uh, night one, Sami Zayn versus Karrion Cross. If Karrion Cross wins, Sammy gotta get on his knees, look at Karrion, and say, "I'm a bitch."
is that what he has to say?
Yep, that was the director's cut
Okay.
of the promo. Yeah.
He really is trying to bring something out of Sami Zayn. Karrion Cross is effectively and assertively playing a tool in this program in order to bring something out of Sami Zayn. It low-key feels like they like trying to re-rock the Sami Zayn NXT championship win kind of thing. Like, will he
Mhm.
won't he have to sell his soul to become the biggest person alive? And I guess Karrion Cross is part of that story. Um, so I don't know if he'll end up being there when Sammy eventually does win the big one. But Sammy's like, I'm done with it. I need to get out of it. I'm trying to win the world championship, and this nigga will not leave me alone. So we ending this at SummerSlam. I
Mhm.
was like, all right, okay.
Now this was
Um,
interesting because I think there's been scuttlebutt about if Karrion has resigned or not, and his contract supposedly up in August. It'll be August 2nd when he has this match. I think. What do you think? Him winning kind of proves that he's still here, or what?
I'm not putting a nigga on SummerSlam if he
If he's not, yeah, if he's gonna walk
if
right
he's
into
not,
AEW tomorrow.
yeah, I'm not putting a nigga on SummerSlam to do that. This could have been on SummerSlam Raw. You know what I'm saying? People already
Mhm.
upset that Julian on the card. People upset Damian Priest on the card. I'm not putting Karrion Cross on a SummerSlam card if he hasn't resigned. So I would have to assume like all indications is that he's going to stay with the company.
And so, who do you think will win with that knowledge?
Sami Zayn.
That nigga can beat everybody, but who he's supposed to be beating.
Hey man, this is true. But I don't know. I don't, I'm just gonna say Sami Zayn, just because he lost the last one. That's my reason.
Did he?
He did, didn't he? Didn't he lose in Saudi?
No, he won in Saudi.
He won in Saudi.
Yes,
Good lord! All right, I guess he loses here. He won
he
in
won in
Saudi.
Saudi. Yeah,
Damn.
we literally just watched this shit.
I'm gonna keep. All right, let me not break it to you, but yeah, it's wow. Look at that, he won. Look at that. All right.
What
Well, I guess
exactly
yeah.
what
I
I
guess
just
he
said.
loses here. I guess he loses here. You know,
Yeah.
carrying cross. I'm picking carrying cross. Um,
Uh, let's go to the Judgment Day of Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte and Alexa Bliss for the women's tag team championships. Um, I
okay.
like what Charlotte's doing right now.
I
I think it's cool.
I um I think it's very. I think she likes what she's doing right now, which is I like. I like what Charlotte likes. Um, but I think ultimately these are the roles that she has to find herself in. For she doesn't really even need to find herself in these roles. Like she could always be a perennial contender. But these are the roles ultimately for development of her character and growth and things in front of the fans that she needs to be in. Um, I'm interested to see how this turns out. Raquel and Rox been working. They've been working their asses off for the last number of weeks. I think they've been on like every Raw doing something for maybe the last 2 months. Um, so this should be a good mix. I don't know who'd win here.
I
I
I
would.
I
I
I
mean,
feel like you don't give it to them now.
no, but I would also like. I mean, ultimately, Charlotte and Alexa winning means they also have to show up on Raw at some point.
Mhm.
And I'm not mad at them showing up on Raw.
They could do that without winning.
I mean, ultimately, yes. I mean, who the they could just do that whenever. But um, hmm. I mean, I guess Raquel and Roxanne, but I wouldn't be mad at a
It depends on what story needs to be furthered more. These are pretty active storylines with the 4 of them. Um,
would
we're not sh
Charlotte and Alexa winning give you any kind of feels?
No, because that's what I'm saying, don't give it to them now because their friendship hasn't gotten to that level yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where, like, they're still kinda
I
reluctant.
wouldn't be like, "Oh, they did it. Yeah,
Yeah, like
totally."
they're reluctant friends right now, but you wanna have more moments where Charlotte sacrifices for Alexa or Alexa sacrifices for Charlotte or moves her out the way or something like that, so that
Mhm,
when you get that moment, they finally hug in the middle of the damn ring. You know what I mean? You want that moment, that KO Sami Zayn type moment,
mhm.
and I feel like you could get that in Paris. I think you hold off to Paris and let them win here,
That'll be nice. Let's
or
do
let
it.
them win there. Let them win there and let Roxanne and Raquel win there.
Let's
Have
do it.
Roxanne be like, "I pinned Charlotte. I'm the biggest motherfucker in the world," or some shit like that.
Actually, they probably will have this shit for a long time. I'll be honest with you.
Mhm.
They love Judgment Day for it. H loves Judgment Day. It's
Bro,
like, nigga,
it's his DX.
yeah, he's like, keep them together. Despite all, we have not kicked Finn out the group yet. Finn has probably been a nuisance for God knows how long. We have not kicked him out the group yet. Now, because of injury, they can't kick him out the group. So it just is what it is. Um,
They
and
kick and
they
live
just
out the
seem,
group.
yeah, I think they're kicking Liv out the group, but they don't seem to die. They just seem to morph. So who knows what iteration 6 months from now of Judgment Day we're gonna see?
Yeah.
Shit, man. You
But
know,
Ilya Dragunov is the leader.
it could be. Nigga could be. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or Dominic could be the leader at some point. I fully expect by Mania next year, Dominic will be the leader of Judgment Day.
He gonna be running the Latin Kings out of AAA. Did you see that pop that he got at AAA over the weekend?
I did. Goosebumps.
Yeesh.
Nigga's a star, bro. Niggas try to talk to me about Hook.
Fucking Hook.
Niggas try to talk to us about Hook, bro. And Jack Perry and all types of other shit. Come
They
on,
gave
man.
Jack Perry, like, a really long vacation. Imagine having, a job that cushy.
I'm assuming they firing him at some point,
For what?
right?
They
He
let
hasn't been.
Hangman win the title, bruh. They're not punishing anybody.
Well, Hangman's
Put away.
a empty-headed Dumb fuck, according to CM Punk. um, but Jack Perry seems a lot more. I can't imagine why throughout this entire storyline he would not be part of anything.
If they have him come back and it look like it's gonna look so stupid
It's
because
gonna look dumb, but it is what it is. AEW. I'm going with Judgment Day because H loves him, and the
yeah,
story's not over yet with the Flair and Bliss connection.
I'm also going with the Judgment Day.
You got 3 tag
Um,
matches on this fucking night.
yeah,
Come on, man.
this the tag night.
It's a
This
tag
it'll be
show.
fun. It'll be fun.
All right. All right. All right.
Next we have Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew
Mm.
McIntyre and Logan Paul.
Will Drew be there?
Who knows?
Who knows? Will Miz be there? Maybe.
Nobody cares.
Will Mello
Um,
be there? Do we want Mello?
what do y'all want Mello to be doing? It's
Hey
my
man,
question.
we just want Mello. How about that? I
Like, what
want
do you yeah,
Mello.
like, what here's the thing, people complain infinitely about, "Don't do things without a finish, don't do things just to do it." And then you guys are, like, wanting this exact thing to be happening right now with Carmelo Hayes. Like, you want him to be just on the show, chilling.
What do you want? What do you want Mello to be doing?
I would like him to just be in a regular story, like a storyline of some substance that isn't shoehorned into a celebrity match where he's gonna inevitably lose.
Do you
That'd be
feel like
nice.
it's do you feel like it's unfair to compare his trajectory to one of Braun Breaker?
Yes,
Why?
because
I'm not playing devil's
Imma be
advocate.
real,
I
Imma
don't
be
care,
real,
but I
Imma be
just want to know
real,
your answer.
Imma be
Uh,
real, I'm gonna be
okay.
real. You're not gonna like the answer.
Oh no.
You're not
Okay,
gonna like
go
the
ahead.
answer. No one's gonna like
Sure.
the answer.
Okay.
Braun is better than Carmelo Hayes. He's
Whew.
better. He's better.
Now, now is it aura?
It's all of it. I don't
All of
I
it.
But here's the thing with it though, he was always better than Carmelo, even in NXT.
He was always better than Carmelo, even in the ring.
Yes,
I can't. The aura I can get, the charisma I can get. There's just
that's
something
fine.
really
That's
magnetic about Braun Breaker in the ring. Can't agree. Um,
sure. He's always been better than Melo. He's always been even if you don't agree with that, you can at least agree with the fact that he's always been favored over him.
oh, he's
Like
always been favored from
so what
literally night one.
so why is this a shock to anybody? Like Melo is the guy, or Melo is always been the 2 or the 1B to Braun's 1A. Their trajectories have always been the same from the beginning of fucking time, where it was always Braun first, Melo next. That's how it's always been.
I agree. I fully agree.
Like it should not
Melo's got to
be a
get
shock.
it. Braun is the chosen one, and Melo ultimately is the one who will have to work for it. And that's just
Yeah.
kind of how it goes
So
in WWE for them.
ah,
You don't want Melo to be the chosen one, to be honest with you. I mean,
you
it would be
don't.
nice. It would be nice. I mean, every once in a while,
The chosen one got to live up to that.
the only one who can live up to it is Bianca.
The
That's
chosen
it.
one got to live up to that. Y'all got mad at Bianca when she was fucking losing. No one's. Here's the thing, Mills. No one's ever happy about anything. No one's
No,
ever happy for anything. If
that is the
Melo,
moral. That is the moral
it,
of the story.
and my point is this: even if he was on the show in any type of capacity, y'all would be mad about something else. It's like Melo is but a feature, or not a glitch, bro. It's something that happens all the time. I don't think that they think any less of him. I don't think that they think he's ass. I don't think any of that stuff. I think that he is very much where he needs to be right now. I'm sorry if that's unpopular for people, but he's a great kid, super talented. He's where he should be right now.
It's unpopular for me, but
That's fine.
that I just think um, he's good enough to be doing something. So I would love to see him
What?
doing something more substantial. I'd say what?
Like
Because I
what?
could say
Like
what
what?
about anything, nigga.
Like what?
I could say what have him face
Who he leapfrogging right now?
motherfucking
He faced
have
Alistair.
him have him face barely. That shit
No,
got
he didn't.
wrapped
He
up.
faced him like 3 weeks in a row.
It's quick.
It
No, you're
wasn't
right.
quick. Like, what are you talking about? It wasn't quick. He's faced Cody before. He's faced a lot of people. The only thing I would say that I want from him is a storyline. But that
Yeah, that's what I'm
storyline
talking
that will
about.
have to happen. That's not what you asked for. That would have to
What did
happen
what what did I
after
ask
all of
for
this is
then?
over with.
What did
I don't
I
care
ask for
anymore.
then?
I don't care
What
anymore.
did I
Randy
ask
Orton and
for?
Jelly Roll. I don't
What
care.
did I
Randy
ask
Orton and
for?
Jelly Roll. I don't care. Randy Orton
Yeah,
and
but
Jelly
I
Roll
I
versus
asked for
Drew
something
McIntyre and Logan
substantial.
Paul's. Yeah. What? You couldn't answer that. All I said was storyline.
Yeah, but you didn't say anything either. You just said storyline. So why I gotta come
I
up
didn't
with an
say anything
answer out of the
substantial. All
blue?
I said was a storyline. That's fine.
Storyline is substantial.
It don't gotta be substantial. He could be doing anything. He was doing something with Miz, and that wasn't substantial at all. Nobody was complaining then.
Hey man, it was leading to something.
To what?
He won the battle royal.
He don't even wear that chain no more. I think that it's very silly to be like, well, they chanting my name now. They got the hashtags out, and I'm like, here we go again. Y'all niggas love some hashtag activism, bruh.
But I guess it's proof that people generally, I mean, we'll move on from this, but it's just proof that people want to see him doing something, which
Now,
says something, which says something.
now, now
I
they
mean,
want
I
him to
think
do
they've
it.
always wanted to see him do something, but the mere
Cap.
fact he's doing nothing is the reason why they want him to do something. But he's been
He
featured
wasn't
on
doing nothing.
television.
He was on SmackDown. He was on SmackDown like a week ago.
Yeah, but he was. You remember when he was in the series with Andrade? People weren't saying like, "We want Mello," because Mello's on fucking TV. But the mere fact he's not doing anything.
People compl You know what people did? They complained about that too. They said, "Oh, Melo and Andrade again." I was there. We were there. I'm
Ultimately, I
cat.
think the
I'm cat.
conversation. Yeah,
I'm
because I
cat.
think because I think the
That's
conversation
you know that
ultimately the
niggas is
conversation
mad about that
surrounding
too. You know niggas mad about that too.
ultimately the conversation surrounding that was, well, Melo will this is the road for Melo to want to become United States champion. So that was the conversation surrounding that.
He not a
It was
bigger
supposed to
star than
jump
Jacob
off to
Fatu,
that.
bro.
I mean,
And
not
that's
at this
you know
point.
what's missing. You know what's really missing from him for real
Sure. What's up?
is aura. It is aura because every time everyone I'm saying that is like above him, they're like bigger guys and they just look cooler to him.
No, I agree. I agree.
like like
I think
like
that's always been Melo's one issue. I mean, he's great in the ring. He's, good on the mic, but realistically the issue has
tiny.
always been seeming larger than life in some instances. And I think that's why Trick is working so well now. Um why that probably will end up sticking. And a lot of it is part of it has to do kind of with size, but then also it has to do with kind of like aura. And he just got to build more of that. But anyway, yes, Randy Orton versus Jelly Roll. We went so long on that. I actually apologize for that. Um, but it was definitely worth a discussion. Um,
We want Melo. Put him in
Jelly
this match
Roll.
so he can
Uh,
take the pinfall.
what do you expect Jelly Roll to do in this match? You expect anything? Anything of
I think
note?
Jelly Roll has been a consummate professional throughout this whole thing, and I
I
think that
agree.
they just keep getting celebrities that get it and understand it, and I think it says a lot that he's able to cut promos so comfortably. His show he's a showman, I think, and like obviously he's not like the greatest seller. That's like the hardest thing to do. I feel like as a wrestler is to sell well. Like there's somebody on this card that just doesn't sell really well, and it's going to be very interesting to see how she does it. But like Jelly Roll is just like he's good everywhere else. You know what I mean? Like because he at least attempts to make it look like he's trying to do what he's trying to do, right?
Hmm.
And I think that he's with the perfect three people because they're all and Logan Paul has been in his position before.
Hmm.
So he especially understands what it's like to be in this business, but also be new, completely new to it, you know? So, I'm very interested in seeing how he does the moment to moment things, the selling, getting whipped to the ropes, things like that. Like that's hard to do, and it's especially hard to do. You got nerves. You know what I mean? He's performed in front of like huge stadiums and shit like that. He ain't never done nothing like this, and I think that's gonna be like the real test for him. So I can't wait to see what it looks like. But I think this has the potential to be a not match of the night, but a really a shocker to a lot of people in terms of how good it is.
I agree. That's all I got, unfortunately. Um, What else is on the card?
Who's gonna win?
Oh, I didn't say Randy Orton and Jelly Roll? I'm
No.
sorry. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll.
Yeah, I think they'll win too. Logan Paul, I guess, got to go back to Raw. Like I'm just like lost as to like how he's even on this show in the first place. But yeah, I guess he's gonna have to go back to Raw. Um, Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championships. I just mentioned or alluded to the fact that like this is the one person that I'm worried about the way she's gonna sell. And these are both like acrobatic, athletic women. I'm real interested in seeing how Tiffany again is going to have to be ring general here, and Tiffany's had it kind of easy for a large part of her run thus far, right? Because she's been working with vets and legends. She's been working with Charlotte Flair and Naomi and all these people that like know what the fuck's going on and they could be their own pretty much their own ring generals. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
This is a different like kind of mode for her and she's going to have to kind of figure this part out. I'm interested in seeing how this happens. I think it'll be a good match. It might be bowling shoe ugly. And again, like I hate to be like to start this theme with her, but like Tiffany with the bright lights is it's been a tough go lately. Like her and the bright lights have been very very tough as of late, and I wonder how she's gonna perform. After her Mania match, to which I feel like she probably has a lot more to prove this time than she did the first time around.
I think this feud has been shit. Um, and there doesn't really seem to be any intensity or animosity between them. Low key, they kept them further apart than they have Charlotte and fucking Tiffany. Um, which blows my mind. I think because of, I guess, the shortcomings of both gals, they've managed to keep them apart for a little bit. But I do think, and also they're both faces, right? So ultimately at the day, they're both phases. But I don't think they've done neither woman a great service with this program build thus far, especially knowing that you've had this match for like 2 months. They did great. Jade finishes her story with Naomi. Well, to be Naomi is the one who comes out the bigger star at the end of the night anyway. So I think they did a disservice to both. I don't expect much from this match because I don't even think if you can't even build a chemistry on the mic or building that in the program, I don't know how these two are supposed to build this chemistry in the ring. So I can't say.
Well, I think it flies in the face of the fact that they're both treated like attractions. Tiffany is the champion. You already know she's not going to be wrestling a whole hell of a lot, even though I think she wrestles a lot more often than like most of the champions do on both shows.
Mhm.
But I think with Jade, she's also kept as like a mega attraction. Like you definitely don't see her all the time,
Yeah.
and I think that leads to like the breakdown and like what's really going on or how they're gonna do it. I will say like I think it'll be better than what we think it will be. I think it'll be probably better than the Naomi match at Mania. Probably not better than the Naomi match at Evolution, but they've had time, like you said, they've had time to build this and become comfortable with each other. But I also don't think this will be the last time they face off against each other. So like we'll see. But I think Tiffany's gonna win this one.
Yeah, I think Tiffany wins this one as well. I mean, it was the idea was, I guess, hopefully the Naomi thing would make things shake, but I think I think Tiffany. Well, fuck it, I don't know. Actually, I might go Jade on this one. I'll go Jade. I don't know why, but I just feel like maybe I should go with Jade this time.
Maybe time for a
Um,
shakeup. And I think again, like if you do go with
she's been
Jade,
champion like 8 months. Like,
really good
yeah,
run for her first run. I can't even cap on that. Like really long run.
I
Um,
think Tiffany needs to go back in the mix. Like, she needs to go back in the mix to kind of like be able to rumble a little bit more with a lot of the girls. I think Jade is champion. You literally just do everything else you do with Jade, which is not have her wrestle a lot and wrestle every now and then. So um, we'll see.
at the very least, she's protected. I think
Yeah.
that matters the most. I don't think this will main event, so I'll say this right now. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Huge angle to end Raw this week with these guys. Braun Breaker looking like king of the world. I have concerns though. I have
Mm,
quite a few concerns with this right
talk about
now.
it. Talk about it.
Namely being, I really think they might be rushing this Braun mastermind turn of just a teensy bit. I think that it's possible for you to have Braun be extremely smart and conniving and all of that, all of those things. I think that's extremely right for you to do. I think that and maybe this is a reaction to them not knowing when Seth is coming back or that Seth will be out longer than we think, and that's why they're going ahead and doing this. But you run the risk of like Seth coming back and Braun kind of being the heel and Seth being a babyface. You know what I mean? Because like there's just so many things that could happen unless like why don't they just set it up that Seth is like masterminding it from behind the scenes? You know what I mean? Like that's the shit that I would be more into. I just think that like the to me like the larger story here is like having Seth and Roman in their chapter and having Roman or Braun or Seth and Braun start theirs. You know what I mean? Like I just think that that's the better way to usher him in. I just don't know if like him all of a sudden becoming this mastermind is working for me as well as I think they want it to.
I think just in general, I think what they're trying to do is one, they have to continue to make this group important for whatever reason, right? Like, we, I don't think Braun can play the role that he was meant. Even though Braun he was starting to tweak out even when Seth was there. There was the moment in the ring where he grabbed the mic from Seth and cut a promo, and Seth was like, What's up with this nigga, man?" Um, so he was starting to tweak out. Now he's fully someone is clearly he has ate some radioactive Steiner DNA, and he's going full dog crazy buff motherfucker. Um, he is good. I like it, but I do agree it's a little bit too soon. But I think what they're going for, ultimately, at the end of the day, it feels like what they're going for is that Braun is going to usurp this group. But then I feel like they kind of low key doing that with Judgment Day too. So it's kind of yeah.
They're doing it already. Like Braun don't need to do that. Like I just Braun don't need to do that. Like I think they're doing too much with Bronson right with Braun right now. I think Bronson's like perfectly in that role. But it's like because my thing is like it's gonna be weird when he comes back and Seth has to be the one that's calling shots again. You know what I mean? Like it's like so
But
what was y'all's
I
plan?
think that's the point.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I think that's the point. So he comes back and it's like, Braun is like, come on, man. I'm carrying this group since you're in your bum knee. It's always that bum knee with you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always that one knee that stop you from being great. He's like, let me just put you out your misery, and then WrestleMania.
Now, like we got a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it just depends on how long Seth's gonna be out. I think
And
that's
I
really
think
just
he's
what
gonna
it
be out
depends
for
on.
a while. I think this is why they're doing this. I think the road to WrestleMania will end up being Braun turning on Seth, Heyman turning on Seth, everyone turning on Seth,
That early though? Like I
and
can't even
then
get a year out of it?
some sort of Shield reunion because Mox will be back, right?
Jesus Christ. I think, I actually think Roman and Jey are gonna win this. It's probably open the show.
Yeah, I think so as well. Give it to Roman and Jay. Roman's Akuma. You know what I'm saying?
And
Uh
and he's out until November, so
Braun Braun will come with the sneakers around his neck. You know what I'm saying? And Roman
That's a
walking
good
out
spot.
with the sneakers joint, crazy. The sneakers shit is crazy. You still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I loved it. I love the ending for the show because in my head I was like, "Oh, they on their bully right now. Take his sneakers," and he took his sneakers, bro. That's some
Fuck that
Brooklyn
nigga.
shit. Yeah, fuck that nigga. Take his shit. So run that. You know.
Oh,
Um,
man. Main event time,
mm,
Gunther versus CM Punk.
yes.
This was
Gunther
supposed to
versus.
happen at Mania.
This was supposed to
Uh,
happen at Mania. How do you feel about the War of the Worlds, War of the Words between both of these guys?
I think, Gunther's been holding his own. He's like, "Listen, man, I'm that nigga.
Yeah.
I told you that I would fuck you up on the mic, nigga." Why does he sound
Why
like
see you blame me for him being Nigerian and you doing the same fucking thing, bro. Come on, man. We
nigga?
don't we don't know how this nigga speaks.
No, I think it's dope. Like I think that I think that like in a lot of ways Gunther has been carrying these shows off of the fact that like he is a lot more unassuming than you think. Like he's able to talk on the mic. He's able to, he's able to really. dish it however, how he takes it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah,
able
of
to he's able
course.
to dish it out. And I like that whole the way that it's just everything interacts with each other. You know what I mean? Like Punk saying,
Mhm,
I'm the best in the world because I earned it. You know what I mean? And Gunther thinking that he's the best in the world. There's a sense of like, who the fuck do you think you are? Ness going on. And I think that that's just really, really cool to me. I really think that they've done this very well.
mhm.
This seems like a feud to me that should potentially be going more than just this month though, in a lot of
Oh,
ways. I
yeah.
feel
We gotta get to Roman versus, Braun, I'm assuming at some point.
yeah, like it should be Gunther CM Punk again, um, next month or something. You know what I mean? Like it should definitely be going on again and maybe overseas. I think Gunther's had a lot of wins. I'm wondering when the adversity is gonna come. He had a little bit of it earlier this year, but I'm wondering do you think it's time to turn him face? Do you think it's time for him to kind of, do that type of stuff? Like, what do you think?
Um, I think Punk is gonna win, believe it or not. Uh,
Punk should win.
yeah, I think it's just flip Gunther, come on, man, it ain't that hard. Gunther
Yeah,
can
Punk
take
should
it,
win.
uh,
People will be mad. They was like,
and then
"Well,
send him to
he's gonna
SmackDown.
lose. He's gonna lose, and everyone's gonna say he tapped out." I'm just like, he's a heel. He's supposed to lose at some point,
Yeah,
brothers.
then send that to SmackDown, send Gunther to SmackDown. Let's see him Punk run Raw for a bit, have matches in Paris, have matches do his thing. It seems like if we really doing this last Punk run, make it a good one.
Yeah, you
You
should
know
do
what I'm
that.
saying?
Then you set up
But
the
I also don't know
opportunity.
what Punk as a champion as an adult face.
He
Like good
will.
guy Punk is so weird.
He fits right into like what Triple H books these guys as. So like he's not gonna be on TV a lot. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be a thing when he shows up. So just be ready for that for all the people that
As
are
long as it
upset.
ain't like Punk versus Logan Paul as the first defense, like I can do without that. Um,
Logan got to start getting some wins under his belt before he can even do that. I'm gonna do this a little different
okay,
because night two, I think we're kind of like hiding from the question. All right,
sure.
I think we're kind of hiding from like whatever the fuck's gonna go down here, and that is gonna be like, are what are they doing
Night 2
with
for the
this match?
sickos. I don't know if you know this.
Oh, it definitely is. It definitely is. Um, John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
Oh, okay, we're starting it off. We're starting off hot.
That's what we're gonna start it with. We're gonna start it with the main event. I think it's the largest conversation that we could have here. Um, we are at a we're at the middle. We're past the middle point. We're at like the all right. What it's do or die at this point. What are you guys doing with
Mhm,
Cena's run?
mhm.
Do they pull this trigger? Do they go ahead and just say, hey, fuck it, give it back to Cody, turn Cena face? What are we thinking going into this? Because like, and we said this before on the show, like I didn't really need this to have the pomp and circumstance of the last match, like, and it largely hasn't. They're gonna have a face to face this week on SmackDown. I've heard everything I needed to say. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they've been treating it like that as well. It's a big time match. It's something that people tune into. We've seen Cody's chase. That's beside the point. It doesn't need to be Cody Roman. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be that again. My question is like, what are the bells and whistles that these niggas are about to put us through to get to this match?
I'm wondering how they're going to have the crowd fully believe in Cody again after he smashes another hero in John Cena, because it's weird. John Cena's the heel, but everyone loves John Cena, right?
Mhm.
And ultimately, you have to beat John Cena, who's going to be incredibly favorable in New Jersey, um, to win this match. So how do you tell that story that Cody is the person who truly deserves it after he kind of got his like dream reign essentially? Um, I don't think they've done a good job at pitting John Cena as enough of a bad guy that Cody has to overcome. Again, similar to the Jade.
I thought the contract signing was a good step because they finally did get people to boo him. Meals. I do think that was a good.
Yeah, but then Cody beat his ass.
Well, here's the thing. So did Randy Orton. Everyone has whooped his ass in the lead up to the match, and they've lost anyway. So I can't even say that's any different than what they've been doing.
Right. So I'm interested to see how they're going to do with this match and really make Cody really try to recapture some of that magic of Cody being the underdog again, and really has to do this to save WWE in some instance because John Cena says I'm going away with the belt. Like so, you know,
It'll be a smarter crowd than Cody's been in front of for this build up because he has been
yeah,
getting cheered. He's been getting cheered against him for the past couple weeks. So it's a bit of a smarter crowd for sure, and that could be like concerning a little bit. But
yeah.
I think that like there's really like
I
there's
say
nothing in me. Go
you,
ahead.
no, I was gonna say you gave it to Cody for sure. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
think
for sure. Yeah.
the smart idea is to give it to Cody. Um, I just don't know. Again, we reach a point where hopefully he can come out unscathed from doing this, right? Like you have to make it feel like John Cena deserves what he's getting right now, and it might be hard. Now, if they lying about Seth, I don't know if they lying about Seth. Seth could cash in.
He could cash in. And it would make the Braun stuff make more sense in my
Yeah, for
eyes.
sure. Yeah, but then Seth would have to be on SmackDown because the belts are landlocked. Um,
He could take them with him.
this is true.
He could take them with him.
Uh,
But you know
so
what would be a cooler story if he didn't tell Braun that he was coming back.
that would also be cool.
Yeah, he
But
didn't tell him he was coming back, and he said that, you know, I left you there, and he didn't tell Braun that because he was afraid that Braun would try and go for Cody himself or something like that. Like,
all
that's a
right,
cool story.
how about this? It's WWE Unreal. We're in the room. We're the two black guys in the room. We've
Okay.
been
Oh, man, just
we got
us?
we got transferred
But
from
you know what's funny? You know what's funny? They're
from
still gonna
BT.
tweet, "Now everything makes sense. Look at them 2 niggas in the room."
Them shills. Look at them. Look at them shills in the room laughing it up on WWE Unreal. All right, so we're in
They
the room
gonna
with Triple H.
Uh-huh.
Who? What's the what's the argument for Cody? You know what I'm saying?
The
Like
argument for Cody.
that one guy who tried to make the argument for I forgot it's in the doc. Try to make the argument for John Cena winning the Royal Rumble. I don't know if you reached that part.
I have not seen episode 2, bro.
He tries to make
Damn.
an argument for John Cena to win the Royal Rumble, and he's just like, "Yeah, John Cena wins," and it's like awesome. And I'm just like, that wasn't a good sell. All right, so what's our sell? What's our sell for Cody winning?
Our sell for Cody winning is that well, here's the one the one thing that would not sell Cody on winning right now. He is also going to film Street Fighter, come
Oh,
August.
oh,
So
John
you
Cena
could
films
potentially
movies all the fucking time.
not have him for Clash in Paris. I'm quite sure you probably won't have him for that because I'm not sure where Street Fighter's filming. I would imagine overseas because of just the nature of what that franchise is. Um, that would be one thing that would be against it, but also you don't really need Cody on the show all the time. You know what I mean? So like that's not a bad thing, you know? And you also have a strong roster on SmackDown of your Jacob Fatus, of your Solos, of your Tiffany Strattons, of your Jade Cargills, all of that stuff. They can hold up SmackDown on their own. Of your Mellows. There you go. They can hold up SmackDown on their own.
Come on, Mello.
Um,
We want
so
Mello.
so essentially with Cody, I'd say like you have to end this Cena reign off right, and I'm completely against him having the title until the last day that he's there because you still have to turn him. And there's no way you can turn him without having him lose. And I think the idea is if Seth pulls what he did at Money in the Bank again and it actually succeeds, it proves that no matter what Cena did to ruin wrestling, there's always somebody that's going to ruin it better. You know what I mean? And that would be your Seth, that would be your whoever. I think I like that idea if you know, however we're gonna go, if Seth is okay and he's able to do it, yes. But if Cody's okay in doing it, you have Cena be like, yo, I try my best to fuck everything up and you still bested me. It's time for like because here's the thing, the people want to cheer for him again. Don't let us go into these last 4 months, Meals, and we can't cheer for this guy. He's gonna be at every big show for the foreseeable coming months in fall and in winter. Just let him be a babyface again. Let him switch shows and have those dream matches with the Gunthers and your, you know what I'm saying? Let him go on down to NXT. Like he can have so much more fun doing things as a babyface than he can as a heel right now.
What if for Friday morning we wake up and The Rock is announced for SmackDown?
Ugh.
The Rock's gonna be on SmackDown tonight. You know,
Oh
is what
God.
yeah, it is what it is. I think I'm gonna go with Cody, for this one. I think John Cena, we should cheer him towards the end. Get his big I'm better than Goldberg run. Get that out of here. And yeah, and see how it goes. But let's do that. Let's do that.
All right. Um, let's go real quick. TLC match, 6 pack TLC match. Y6, Andrade and Ray Phoenix, DIY, Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. Biggest TLC of all time.
25
I don't
years
know
after the
where
initial.
you put this without this stealing the whole fucking show.
Uh First?
Bugging.
First? Oh, unless you, I'm sure Becky got the stroke to say like, "Nigga, I'm gonna be first. Fuck y'all." You know.
True. True.
Um,
I think a Becky match of that this is the and be clear, this is the stipulation night. Like all the steps are on this match are on this night. And also we didn't even mention with John Cena and Cody Rhodes it's a street fight. So it's definitely aka bloodline rules.
of course.
Cinema
Yes.
main event rules. Who do you think comes out for that, by the way, John Cena and Cody Rhodes?
Not much. I can't see who the fuck would come up. Randy Orton, Jelly Roll,
Our truth.
uh, R Truth, all the ghosts of John Cena's past. Um,
Punk?
but who would be on the side of John Cena is what I have to say.
It should be nobody.
I agree.
He's pissed off
Uh,
everybody. Like he has no friends.
so I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe it ends up being like who knows? There's
What's the
also
chance?
people have talked about the Cody Rhodes heel turn. I don't think they do a heel turn and nigga has to go film a movie. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Becky versus Lyra though. Oh wait, you did the
Who's
ladder
running
match. Ladder
TLC? Who's
match.
running TLC? Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. Shit. White Six got that fucking universal shit, right?
yeah.
Maybe them. I would. There's no one I really care to see more than the other. I think they all deserve it,
They really do.
except the
I
Wyatt Six.
Can I just be
Um,
clear? Like, I'm glad they're finally getting this moment on a big show.
yeah, of
Um,
course. They
all
haven't
of these
been on the show since
motherfuckers
Royal Rumble, and their Royal
all these
Rumble match
motherfuckers have
was,
worked.
yeah, the Royal Rumble match was such a like nigga here.
Yeah. Um, I'm happy for all these guys. I think in the end, I feel like Fraxium ain't never got no chance with these fucking titles. So I think it should go to Fraxium. Everyone has had them except Andrade and Phoenix and Fraxium.
Let me
I
tell you
think that.
something. Andrade has not had a PLE match since we doing that. You know what I'm saying? We got to do
Oh boy.
that. He has not had a PLE match since Clash of Champions 2020. Do you want to know who he
That,
faced?
that's his fault. Go ahead.
Clash of Champions 2020.
Aleister
He
Black,
was. Let me see.
Bobby Lashley.
No, he faced the Street Profits.
Oh wow.
He teamed with Angel Garza to face the Street Profits for tag team titles. So you know what? It's a full circle. After these found to be a fiend, but then official split up. This will be a final match. Yeah, yeah, he was gone. He got beat up by a fiend, then got sent out the territory. Um, and in March 2021, he requested his release and then went to All Elite Wrestling. So there he is. Listen, it's Andrade's first pay per view. Ray Phoenix was on Mania, so he's got the Mania. Right? He was on Mania, right? He faced
Phoenix?
a
Yeah. He
Grande
faced
Americano.
Grande. Yeah.
Um, DIY did Fraxium's first pay per view, big main roster pay per view. Look at them. Motor Machine Guns were on Royal Rumble, Street Profits are on Royal Rumble, White Six. This might even be White Six's pay per view
Their debut.
debut.
Yeah.
Might even be them. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. Good for everybody involved. Somebody win. I don't care who wins, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I think we all win for
Yeah,
this.
we all win. We all win.
But I go
We
for
all win.
Fraxium. Dom versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. This has been in the works for a long time, and now we're finally getting it this weekend. I'll say this: I think that they're going to be using AJ to kind of get Dom warm up, make him better. And I think this will be a good match, but I think ultimately Dom will win. And I honestly feel like they're gonna want to capitalize on AJ's like the love he has in Paris. Have him win it overseas. AJ always wins titles overseas. Like have him win it in Paris.
I agree. Actually, no, I don't know. Dom hasn't done shit.
Well, he's finally in a story, so like you
Yeah,
could still and plus Clash isn't that long from
yeah,
this.
yeah. Well, all right, yeah. Have Dom win, I guess. Dom wins. Yeah.
Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu for a steel cage match for the United States Championship. There's gonna be some foolishness all around, all about this because it's a cage match, but I don't stop the tall nigga
No, it doesn't.
from getting in.
Oh, I don't think Solo don't strike me as the retaining type. So I'm gonna go with Jacob Fatu.
But
I
my
can't
thing
see
here,
a successful Solo Sokoa title defense. I don't know what that looks
against
like.
who? Yeah,
I
against
don't
who?
know.
You know what I mean? I mean, if he does, it's like okay, but we know that that's not gonna move this Jacob storyline out of the way. You know what I mean? It's still gonna be that. So,
How pissed do you
um,
think LA Knight is right now? LA Knight's like, nigga, I was supposed to be here.
I don't think he should. Like again, it's frustrating. You know what I'm saying? But I think that whatever he's mad about is completely out of his control because I think that him and Seth were definitely you know pigeonholed to be on this show for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
I wouldn't be mad at it at all. I mean, hey, he could come on and help. He could come on and help Jacob. Who knows?
Or John
I
Cena.
think
Or something. I don't know.
oh that too. I think Jacob wins the steel cage match. It's
Yeah, I
time. He's
think
got
so.
new merch. He got new merch. He's winning that title back.
Yeah,
That's
everyone
just
loves
what it is.
Jacob. So let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Um,
Um,
Becky Lynch versus Valaria Valkyria. No DQ, no count out. Last chance match for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. If Lynch wins, Lyra can no longer challenge for the title as long as she is champion. Um, these two make magic. You know what I mean?
they do. You know
These
who
two
hates
make
magic?
magic. Who?
Bailey.
Ah.
No, hates magic? Fuck that. Fuck her. 'Cause that's what she gonna say to Lyra. She's like, man, fuck her. She never loved me.
Your
She
fans never
she
loved me either.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She never loved me. She watched me get beat up and then just accepted a new tag team partner and won the tag titles with them. I wasn't on Mania. I wasn't on SummerSlam because of her. And both of these, fuck them both. And
I do not think Lyra wins this.
nah, can't.
Yeah, I don't think she wins this. But I makes me wonder where Becky goes after this.
Mm, hmm, hmm.
Like I truly don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say Stephanie, but I guess Stephanie's doing shit.
Stephanie's busy.
Um,
Yeah. Rhea?
Freya, please. Uh,
Rhea
I
title
don't
face in
know.
horsewomen.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a division. There's some people. Let's just shake them up. Maybe maybe she faced Asuka or fucking Kyrie or some shit like that. Who knows?
Raw's stacked, but I also feel like Raw's about to get a shake up too. So like
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I mean, she got people. You know what I'm saying? She got people that she could face. Becky's the queen of like. Let me help my nigga out real quick.
Oscar, you need something to warm up? All right, let's go.
Yeah, come on,
Let's get
man.
it.
You need Kyrie. You've never had a title shot, right? Come here.
I think Lyra Bailey's a natural progression, and I think whoever comes out of that can go after whoever will be the women's champion at that time. I like Raw's women's division. All right, they had the 8 woman tag match this week. They had a damn mixed tag match this week. It was really good, really entertaining. Like they just get it, man. They're really solid over there on Raw.
What if night after SummerSlam, Becky Lynch cut the promo, beat Lyra, Bailey's chump too, and then Jordan Great. Nah, maybe. She's
No,
still in the program. She's
she's
still in
still
the
in the
program with
program. Yeah,
fucking.
she's still
Damn,
against Blake.
you gotta call somebody up, man.
Uh. That Blake Monroe shit, man. Come on
Go
now.
go crazy. They did something with that one.
This shit
Um,
hard. I don't care if it's generative AI, nigga. That shit hard. Lastly, triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. Naomi versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky.
Mm,
This seems like it's made to pretty much kind of put Rhea and Io at the back of the line. All right,
yeah.
it's feeling real back of the line ish
Naomi
for
too hot
those
right
two.
now to take it off of her. And H is a
Yeah,
heel. H is a heel booker. But Naomi, I would be upset if Naomi lost the title in this. I would legit be upset. I know you would probably end up being like, nigga, what was supposed to do? Did you hear the pops for Rhea? I would be upset if Naomi lost this title because she's doing great work. She deserves a little bit of a run. Um, I would love, the way you get Naomi to get her get back is that Naomi has the title and Jade has the title, and they face a crown Australian jewel. I don't remember what the pay per view is called.
Clash of
Birth and
Paris.
Perth.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, the Perth shit is what's the Perth shit? Is it
might
Grand
be.
Slam?
It might be
Not Grand
Crown. I think it's
Slam.
also Crown Jewel. It's Crown Jewel Perth. Crown Jewel Perth.
Clash of Paris. Yeah, it's Crown Jewel. Yeah.
Crown Jewel Perth. So yeah,
Strange,
the one of them.
strange, strange naming. But yeah, I think Naomi wins this. I mean, there's no one that I could see beating this. But also it goes into what I think will happen during the show. Like you have to have some of the heels retain. It looks, and I mean, honestly, from what we've been saying this whole show, all the heels are retaining pretty much, especially on this particular night, just to set up for Cody to win. So it
You
makes
think
more
you
sense.
think Cardi gets involved?
We don't even know what she's doing. So
I don't
no,
know. She could be hosting a party backstage with other niggas who not on the card.
oh, Kurt.
LA Night, my nigga.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Oops. Oops.
oops. I wonder. It's gonna be weird with Cardi there. I'm not gonna hold you. Don't put her out in front of people. Just have her like, haha, shout out to my place in New York City. My album is coming out on September 12th. Make sure you guys check it out. But our first match is a ladder match between
I
some
hope
niggas I don't fucking know.
I pray she don't sound like that.
Oh,
I think when it comes to branding and brands and shit, she remember her script, so I think she should be fine.
she's
Should
not
be
a
okay.
real natural speaker when she's uncomfortable. So I don't think she's gonna be comfortable with this.
She
But
can read all well, that's part of why we love her, is that she is off the cuff,
maybe Bianca will be with her. Bianca not doing nothing. Bianca will probably be with her, right?
nursing her finger. I hope her fingers get okay.
I hope so too.
Hope
I
hope
saw her on the Chris Van CVV interview. Her finger's not
yeah,
okay.
she gonna be interviewing us next week, shit. But
Hey,
yeah, that's SummerSlam. Thank you guys for listening. It's gonna be a good show. I think this has the potential to be a great show. I
two
think
days.
booking I think booking matters. I think placement matters. I think match quality matters. But they got all their workers there, for aside from like, obviously I wanted to see Damien and them on here. Obviously,
Yeah.
I think that, Julia should have definitely been on here. Stephanie should have been on here, but there's four more PLEs to the end of the year, and there's a lot of time. So yeah, that is the show. Thank you guys for listening. And we will be back next week with all of the rundown of what happened on SummerSlam, as well as what's to come after on Monday Night Raw on the A Show. So thank you for listening. For Meelz, I am Justin. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.